back to my channel. If you like learning about passive income, paying off debt, learning about business and real estate, hit that like and subscribe button. Let's get into it. All right, so let's talk about the real estate rentals. So for the repairs on the Airbnb, those are now done, which is nice. In order to pay for that, however, do our taxes and purchase sod in our front yard, we're going to take out $15,000 from our HELOC. The rent, so that's the short-term rental. The long-term rentals, the rent was collected and paid out on time this month, which is nice. And so hopefully now with the repairs being done on the Airbnb and that resuming rental activity, I think we have someone in there right now. Actually, today's Saturday, February 24th, my daughter's birthday. Happy birthday, Tate. She just turned 8. Hopefully with the Airbnb being fixed and all those repairs being done, hopefully correctly, that we don't have any huge repairs for years to come, so we can see good cash flow coming out of that property. Okay, time to do the debt pay down. So I mentioned the $15,000 that we're taking out of the HELOC. So if you don't include that $15,000 being added on the HELOC, we paid down $1,515.14 last month. So the way I did that is adding up our consumer debt balance, which is the Discover personal loan, the HELOC, the Amex personal loan, and the Citi personal loan. And then you subtract the $15,000 right here, you get $80,234.47, and that's our pay down, $15.14. But yeah, obviously wah with the repairs going on and the sod and the taxes, we're looking at our balance jumping quite a bit up to $95,234.47. That, of course, doesn't include the burial plots, the solar, the Walmart, the Amazon, or the Amex card. But here in about a week, I'm going to be able to start working from home, which is nice. And so I won't be commuting as much and have a commuting cost. So that should save us a few $100s a month. And what was the other thing I was going to say? Oh, and as we're paying down our stuff, we've been trying to be cognizant of spending money. So this last month, I haven't been using Amazon as much to just buy kitchen gadgets and whatever sundries we need throughout the house. And I got a notice in my email that we had a zero balance Amazon card bill for mine, at least this month. Ashley uses one for the rental business, but that was really nice. And so yeah, hopefully we can continue to keep that up. And it's tough because at work and just in general, I'd like some new shoes. So I bought one pair of nicer dress shoes / boots yesterday, and then I still need to get another pair of like tennis shoes, casual shoes. And it's tough because we're trying to pay down stuff, but I also need to not look sloppy and bad just as I'm walking around. I won't need, but want / need. And we're trying to pay stuff off, so I'm trying to be more cognizant of our spending. So hopefully all these efforts combined, but also gotta live and pay for things that you need. We can get out of paying off our debt sooner rather than later. So yeah, there's the debt pay down. Good little chunk. I don't know as if anyone's interested in seeing the balances and equity. And I think on our personal residence, I'm underestimating because we did add on a media room man cave. So this might be a little higher, and that obviously trickles down to all the other numbers, because if I went 475 instead, our net worth excluding cars and like furniture and stuff is up a little bit more, but I'm gonna just keep it conservative for now. So yeah, that's that. All right, on to the reselling business. So I helped Ashley this week on fixing her spreadsheet. Here we've got some math that we were fixing with the profit columns and whatnot. So I did that this week. Some cool stuff that she did was she sold. Hold on. She sold a piece of her own artwork that she did over Christmas break. I bought her some oils and acrylics and brushes and an easel thing, and she painted a pair of pears over Christmas break. And I said, you should frame those and see if you can't sell them. So she sold it for like $60 to someone, and they didn't end up buying it, and then sold it for $75 to somebody else. So that was pretty fun. And then she also found some watercolor original paintings and sold. Originally, she had an offer on eBay for all of them for like $500, and she countered offered the buyer, but didn't hear back from them. And then I got a Venmo email yesterday for $250, and apparently she sold one of the smaller paintings for $250, and I think she paid like $6 for 4 different paintings. So she did really good there. So that was awesome. I wanted to show our January recap of what she did in January with the holidays and get the kids back to school and just getting into a rhythm and everything. Plus, she was catching up on spreadsheet work and cleaning up previous stuff she had done. She made $499.75, and so far in February, if you see that number right there, she's at $1,132.96. So pretty awesome month for like giving it a solid go. So hopefully, she's enjoying it and can keep going. But that is the reselling. Okay, last but not least, land business, enterprise land. So intake has been frustrating, to be honest. My intake/sales guy kind of sucks. Super nice guy. His name's Keith. Hi, Keith, if you're watching this. And he's got a lot going on, so that's really why he sucks. He's doing actually quite well for himself. He also sells land and has some a cabin and a farm and everything. And he came on part-time last year to like help me try and sell some land in the summer and fall of last year. And at the very beginning, honestly, he was frankly like amazing at answering questions for me. But it's been a little janky with my advertising and marketing, and I had lost my job last fall, and so kind of took a break to get through the holidays, find a job, start a contract job, start the new job. And in the midst of that, like the follow-up on my end, frankly, wasn't that great for the sales side, and then also on the intake side. And so his follow-up wasn't great, and his communication wasn't great. I've reached out a couple times this week, and he's just not responding to stuff, despite saying, "Oh yeah, I should calm down and be less busy." And so, like the dollar amounts that I'm working in just obviously aren't that enticing to him. So I totally get it. But that being said, I had previously paid for EA service called the Land EA for You, and I have some hours left there that I'll use for intake, and so hopefully that can help me close on some of these parcels that I mailed out offers to a little over a month ago. So that's the intake side. The purchasing side, I purchased 2 parcels from my coach, actually, Tate Litchfield. Thank you, Tate. And I'm marketing those retail. I have 1 ad so far up on Facebook for selling it in Valencia, but I'm also trying to sell those to wholesale. And wholesale, I'm gonna try and reach out to people that are already selling in Valencia, hopefully on Landmodo, to see if they'd be interested in buying my parcels, in addition to posting on Facebook and seeing if anybody wants to buy my parcels wholesale that way. And I've had success in the past selling my hobby by marketing in the Facebook group, so hopefully I can get a good turnaround and turn those parcels real quick. But yeah, on Landmodo, I'm going to try and just proactively reach out to people that are already selling and have listings in Valencia, and maybe that will help me sell some there. And then there's a couple, like Copium is a website that apparently that does wholesales. I'm going to look into that, see if I can't sign up and get some wholesale deals going that way. And then I'm also considering building out in ClickUp a separate like template task to track my buyer profiles. So not only am I gonna just try and sell these, but as I'm talking to my wholesale buyers, I'll ask them, parcel size, road access, purchase, point, subdivisions that they like to be in, so that if I do come across anything that's in their pocket, that I can just reach out to them and maybe grease the skids, if you will, to sell my parcels quickly. So that's the purchasing of those two parcels. Well, this week on Monday, so on President's Day, I collected signed documents for a contract for a previously sold parcel in Costilla, the Latino gentleman, and so I collected the documentation for that, and then this week I was charged an annual renewal subscription to Landmodo, which was about $400. And I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. So I need to set up a reminder to either continue that next year or cancel it, along with considering canceling my sales at enterpriselandllc.com email address, because I don't use it, and my sales guy, I don't think he's really been using it, but it costs me $6 or $7 a month. And so I'm gonna see about canceling that. But on Landmodo, I'll try and give it an honest go, posting consistently there, and try and sell retail some of my parcels on Landmodo. So, and then another interesting thing that happened this week, I was building out the very first ad for selling the parcel in Valencia. And as I was going to post an ad on my own account, my personal account in Valencia, and even paying $10 a day, I noticed that it said the reach was only 30 to 40 people. And I'm like, man, that seems low. And I'm in Albuquerque, which is like a bigger city, and so you'd think I'd have a bigger reach. But then I noticed at the top right corner that I could select a drop down, and I saw my business page. And so I clicked that, and when I switched that over, it said the reach for the same $10 a day for that same location, same ad, everything was like thousands of people. So I did that, and we'll see if it does anything. I've only got like one or two people reaching out so far. And so I'm not sure what's going on there. I reached out to a coach within the Land Geek community to ask her feedback on my Facebook ads and why that might be, and I'm waiting to hear back from her. So we'll see what happens there. But the land business is hard, right? Especially on the marketing side, in my experience. The intake side's easier because obviously people just want you to pay them money to take their land that they no longer want. So that's easier, but the marketing and sales side is much harder. And then the last thing I'm going to try and work on is creating an FAQ for selling in Valencia. I have one in Costilla, and having that would be nice not only for me but for others who may be looking to buy wholesale from me too. So that's the land business, and that wraps us up for this week's video. If you found the content entertaining, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. When I try and get subscribers, I don't have a goal count, but let's get the subscribers up. That would be kind of fun. And then turn on notifications so you're notified when new content comes out with videos. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the